As it is rightly said, the more you work hard, the better are the results. A brief introduction about our speaker. Mohamed El Sery is a business transformation visionary entrepreneur with global excellence expertise in 500 top Fortune corporates, high-tech startups, global supply chain, and blockchain transformation. He is digital and operational transformation board advisor, multinational operations, and national regulatory with operational volume of 40 plus billion euro corporates and NGO organization where responsibilities are new cities logistical infrastructure and new extension of national canal logistical strategic support. Forming supply chain center of excellence, full design of target operation models including organization, process, systems, KPI mentoring, and training. He is even the vice chairman for International Chamber of Commerce of Ukraine and board lead of digital and business transformation. He is the head of Digital Transformation Committee in Arab Women Investment Union. He is responsible for optimizing 10 plus EBITDA for 3 international groups of yearly operational size over 150 billion euros through digital profitability transformation. He is even the lecturer in several institutions within Europe and Middle East and main keynote speaker in top 10 digital supply chain transformation and innovation conferences and summits within Europe. He is even the interim CEO and COO for several multinational operations transition MA period to set up. He is even the founder and board member of 10 companies with operational size over 120 million. We welcome you, sir.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I see lots of really brilliant speakers in the forum, and I have one of my main passions related to Africa and digital transformation of Africa. That's why I'm coming here today for this forum. And actually, I shared one material related to digital transformation to discuss about it. But before I share the material, I need just to give a little bit of a brief about how important is the digital transformation nowadays. I believe most of the speakers who really before me started to share some of these points. Nevertheless, I can add that the world itself not possible to be coping with the development without being digitally enabled, because this is very important point, and there is connectivity challenge within Africa where it needs to be worked out to make sure that we are all connected and we can really contribute on the world development, because we have the most valuable source as Africa to develop the whole world. And of course, because I'm Egyptian and African proud person, I have many programs which is related to development of African digital transformation. And I was honored to be part of lots of boards for development infrastructure and digital in Africa. Now I will share my screen related to the document that I need to share with you. So actually digital transformation and mainly supply chain. And why supply chain? Because supply chain contributing on all economies development in different countries. So using digital enabled platform for supply chain, it can completely transform the economy of any country. And in Africa, we have lots of natural resources which could be shared to the world through the digital channels. So accordingly, it's a very essential to have this digital transformation supply chain knowledge. Accordingly, we can go the main points. I will not just take much of it. This is a glimpse of the points that we will touch. Actually, the positioning of supply chain, lots of people was knowing supply chain as a logistics in the beginning, but now through the journey, it went to the blockchain and big data and robotics and 3D printing, which is very, very important methods to improve your supply chain to make sure that you can contribute globally. So this is mainly the digital journey of supply chain as we speak. And there is already some potentials I will discuss about later what could be more. For the supply chain main points that you need just to think about digitally, what kind of elements can help you in predictive analysis for your supply chain, for sales, events, promotions, prices, channels, which is use sales channels, weather, or the products itself. So accordingly, for example, if we say the dashboards, which is can help you to see the performance of your supply chain, what kind of planning that you can have as a details to give time for the start or the beginning of your delivery till the end, having historical data, which is can give you a quickly overview for availability of solving any problems, having a track for changeovers for the processes, or real-time performance for the traceability for delivery. You have also in real-time supply chain, before it was batches of processing or planning or runs for the runs, or some of the constraints related to the planning for manual work, or there was no much of planning through IT support. But now there is more interactive real-time planning, there is more capacity and material planning, there is smart automated systems to make sure that this is easy. Actually, if we see that who use actually this kind of transformation, part of it, we can see Ford. Ford as a car, you can, before it was actually standard sets of cars, but now because of the digital interaction, you can customize, you can on real time put your features, like you need the color of the door or the color of the ceiling or the color of the seats. You have a personalized contribution actually in some customized features of your car, which was not there before. And accordingly, this is linked to the supply chain where they need to customize the material and so on and so forth. There is also different technologies which is came to the warehouses. So warehouses before, it's having your piles of stock or inventory in the warehouse, but how you interact quickly with the warehouse. So nowadays there is already smart glasses for video streaming, and there is a smart pallet where your container could be by the barcode, you can locate it, or optimized algorithms for the inventory, or using, of course, RFID. There is also, for digital transformation of supply chain, we have the main pillars of transport execution, transport planning, execution, and sourcing. This triangle of the transport is very important for how you can perform your logistics delivery. So if you see, there are already lots of digital channels who can help you to track your delivery. Multiple companies now you can track where is your container, where is your goods, what can be the case of your shipments, and what kind of cost saving because of the routing that you can have a smart routing, what kind of saving in CO2 emission to save the environment. So all this already exists, and all this needed in Africa to make sure that we can really have a smart supply chain. The last point related to the integration of blockchain and big data. So we have different technologies which is actually helping now even furthermore to the supply chain and the digital transformation of supply chain, using a big data for data analytics and forecasting, and using also the blockchain, which is very important to have the genuine products delivery in our planning, and validity or validation for the genuinity of the products itself. So actually, there is already multiple items that should be contributing to your organization to make sure that you can use this smartly, which is having enabled collaboration in the ecosystem, building digital supply chain capabilities within the organization, manage data as a valuable asset, implementing speed system data architecture, and managing cybersecurity. So these are the elements which is very important if I'm going to digital supply chain. Actually, based on the survey, so in different corporates and different organizations and different governments, and the outcome of that, see that 90% of the data in the world today has been created in the last almost 2 years alone. And this is reference from IBM as a reporting. And actually, for the speed of utilization, 4.25 times improved already of the speed of the functionality. The improvement of supply chain, as an example, with Cisco, they had issues in their supply chain. They have simplified operations using 95% out of the box ERP functionality, consolidated multiple supply chain ERP into one, migrated all the supply chain process to highly resilient data centers. And these are the actions that they did to make sure that they are contributing into the market and to have a market growth. And accordingly, as a result, they had 30 to 50% reduction of the time to market, 25% reduction in product touches, and 73% reduction in the ordering cycle, which has improved their sales and contributed, of course, to their revenues. Same for Intel, where they improved their ERP systems and web-based invoicing and automated order management. And this is results was 50% faster roadmap and 65% shorter lead times, inventory reduction by 32%, and 3 times faster in response to customers. Same for Dell as well. And actually, we have this points which is contributing to how I could be agile in supply chain. How can I be, as a market in Africa, contributing to the world? We need to consider these into our either governments or in our products or our corporates within Africa, to make sure that we are really looking forward to digital enabled deliveries. But actually, there are some points which is very important to consider related to what is next. In supply chain, what could be next in the future? Actually, fulfilling the customer demands before ordering it, it's already planned, which is actually by the behavior. So you can see that the behavior of our buying, giving us or giving the corporates who's using digital supply chain the predictivity of what is needed in the future. And fulfilling the customer demand before ordering, some of the cases, which is we have either smart watches which is connected to the doctors to make sure that you can they can have a connection to know that you have challenge in your health or whatever. So there are smart watches. There is a smart fridge now, which is can give you what kind of balances within your fridge to need to order or to plan your orders. So there are many things which is really future in the supply chain, which is will contribute even more. So accordingly, Africa needs lots of contribution from us and from everybody around to go to digitally enabled and to make sure that we can contribute to the world economy. So this is basically the expectations which I see. And if there is any questions or any expectations from any of the attendees, please let me know. So then this is from my side, and I believe if anyone on the board of this call need any support or any advice related to the digital transformation of supply chain or digital transformation in general to support, please let me know and we can reach out to you directly. Thank you very much.